Hey, welcome back to the Ayss podcast. How's it going? Just chilling right now, dude. Fucking sitting in the cherry bomb. Chilling, brother. I want to do some freestyle talking. No problem. It's just me anyway. I call this segment freestyle talking because I'm bored. I don't know what to talk about. We'll talk about this. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about everything else. We'll talk about the birds and the bees. And we'll talk about rotten trees with oranges on them. Dirty old oranges. Nothing good about the oranges. I mean, you can't even get a grapefruit to look this nice. I mean, I'm sitting here making no sense, but it's perfect for me because it's just a talking freestyle. If you don't have anything to talk about nothing. Nonsense is beautiful, and it makes no sense at the same time. Because it's nonsense. It's nonsensual. It just doesn't make any sense. It just don't make no sense. It just ain't gonna make no sense. But, I mean, you sit there and don't make any sense. It's like, it smells like a cherry in here. You know, George Washington, what he did was, he chopped down his father's cherry tree. And he said, "It was I that chopped down the cherry tree." Father. Imagine that. Would you imagine how fucking psychotic that sounds? I heard that from like the great Norm Macdonald, and I was flabbergasted by that. Let me tell you, flabbergasted. And you know, something like that can happen. No problem. No problem at all. Biggest problem is what's going on in your mind. It's hard to express that when you don't know what it is, spiritually or anything. Sitting here poking around, waiting on the Lord to deliver some fucking thought into my mind. And nothing wrong with her but to get her. Dude, I want to watch Beverly Hillbillies. That shit's so fucking funny to me. They's playing kick the can. Dude, they fucking toss in this, like, grenade. And these people are dumb as fuck. And they're from, like, they're dumb as fuck. And they're from some stupid-ass town in, like, West Virginia or something. And they go out there. And they go to fucking Beverly Hills. But that fucking movie is hilarious. They went to Beverly Hills, and they're these hillbilly motherfuckers. And they're like flipping people off. I mean, they're getting flipped off because they're driving in like this old Model T car that's all broke down like a motherfucker. And they're just driving along. The old granny sitting in a fucking rocking chair in this piece of shit car. And they're like going 30 miles an hour on the highway, fucking getting flipped off. And they're so dumb. They're like, "They's giving us California howdy." Like they've never been fucking flipped off in their life. That's how fucking, you know, away from society they are. They're like mentally challenged. And they go to this fucking house and it gets raided like by a SWAT team. And they shoot a fucking grenade in there. It's a smoke bomb. And this one dude's like, one of the main characters named Jethro. He's like a fucking hillbilly. He's like, "They's playing kick can." And he fucking kicks. They kick the fucking grenade back to the police. And it's like, dude, realistically, there's some people out there that are that fucked. They's playing kick the can. But you little rascals need to know something about it. In my opinion, in my eyes, in my shadow of appreciation, I want to bring up the Beverly Hillbillies because I used to watch it as a kid on a DVD that skipped. So I've seen most of the movie, and the other parts that skipped, I don't know what happened. To be perfectly honest, it was a good movie for the parts that I seen, and they was a playing kick the cane. Biggest problem in my mind is I keep saying problem right now because I watched this fucking stupid mob movie. And he's like, you got a problem? Hey, is there a fucking problem? So now I'm like, hey, you got a fucking problem? You got a problem over here? Hey, what's the big deal? You got a fucking problem? Hey, pardon me. I got a fucking problem. Biggest thing is, they always they always say like the thing is or something too. It's like biggest problem is the thing is, you see, what they tell you is the biggest problem is gonna be what it is the biggest problem here. So what you gonna do? Like they keep fucking, what you want to do is extend the problem, be the solution, and then take care of the problem. Biggest deal is what it says is take. You get what I'm saying? Biggest problem of the situation relies on being the biggest part of the problem over here, and that's the best way to describe it. Being in a situationship with somebody from Facebook um, is bad. I've been doing that recently, and I realize to my best ability that I don't miss anything about the way my life was when I met somebody on the internet. Um, but that's the way the world is. I mean, realistically, I have to swallow the fact that meeting people on Facebook is like the reality of now. And it's totally normal to meet people that way. And maybe I'm afraid of a relationship. I don't know. Like, I've had plenty of opportunities, believe me, but I just haven't moved on it. And one of my buddies is like, oh, and one of my buddies and his wife, they swing, so they think they got huge cocks and fucking huge tits and the best ass around. But they think their shit don't stink because they're on top of the world and they have the like craziest sex life of all time. And realistically, people like me don't, because like they're waiting on somebody to meet. And he's like, he's bragging a little bit. He's like, man, I think you're asexual. I'm like, what the fuck? No, I'm not, dude. I'm trying to find a fucking lady that's like not psycho and like fucking loves me, dude. That's all I need. That's all I want, dude. I'm not a fucking asexual. I don't want to. Dude, my younger sisters, they're getting married soon. Two of my younger sisters. And I believe one to be soon. They're all living their lives and they're getting married now. And it's like, I'm supposed to be setting examples as a person. And I don't even have my life started as far as making a family and stuff. So it is a little depressing. I'm not gonna lie. Like I don't know what to do about it. Been thinking about it. Been trying to change it. Hopping on fucking Facebook dating app and shit, and like chatting up the huzz, seeing what's up, seeing what the shorty's doing. Hey, I'm out of the game, dude. I'm out of the game. And I don't even think I was ever in the game big time. Like, I think I'd be a liar if I said I was, because I've always been fucking, like, afraid of women and shit. I'm afraid of ladies. That's my biggest problem. Hey, that's the problem is, I'm afraid of ladies over here. Biggest concern Hey, the biggest concern of my problem is over here is the biggest problem is I'm afraid of ladies. I tell you, plain and simply. No, man. And any fucking man that says they're not has a problem. And that's gonna be a problem that I gotta take care of. You gotta take care. You find the problem, and then you take care of the problem. Biggest problem is I got a lot of problems. And it's a big deal. It's a big situation. In the situationship of the situation. It doesn't matter, dude. Just try to fucking do what you want, dude. Damn. Quit listening to these motherfuckers that don't live your life. I gotta take my own advice. Fuck. Quit listening to motherfuckers and live your life. Crikey's sake. Crikey. It's a crikey. Dude, the crocodile hunter, man. Cry. I got this crocodile. I got a crocodile. It's right here. We gotta approach the crocodile. And we're gonna get right next to the crocodile. We gotta hold the crocodile like it's a pet, right? The crocodile is a pet, right? You get what I'm saying? Biggest crocodile is the situation and the problem. So take care of it. I just love being able to speak my mind. It's free, it's giving, it's powerful. Powerful like a power asshole ranger. I was watching this documentary of this fucking dude, and you know, he played on the Power Rangers. I'm not sure which series. And he schemed this fucking family into like letting them. They were gonna sell their houseboat. They were. Let me give you a background story of these people. I turn around and I tell you the story with no, you know, with no like. I don't know. I don't want to be. I want you to know this is a gentle story. If you turn around and listen, this couple was selling their houseboat. They retired and they bought a home yacht, and they called it the Well Deserved. That's what they named their boat, the Well Deserved. And the couple was going to retire and sail from the coastline of California and Mexico, and they were going to sail the Pacific Ocean and live in this yacht. It's a fully functional yacht, like it has restrooms, you know, with waste management. They can take care of their septic system and live in a yacht. And they were living on this retirement yacht and sailing the coast of California and Mexico in the Pacific Ocean. You know, their child, of all things, has a child. And now they have grandchildren. And they're thinking, dang, we want to sell this fucking boat. And we're probably going to go land ho over in Mexico and fucking see our grandkid. You know, because sailing the Pacific Ocean isn't our shindig anymore. We got grandchildren. I said grandchildren weird. I didn't mean to. They're sailing the Pacific Ocean, now they're not. And this dude that was, like I said, in the past, he was on one of the Power Rangers. And, you know, he played a character. And he rented this, I'm not going to give any names, for one, because I'm going to not disclose their identity. And for two, I don't remember their fucking names. But I know it's a great story. What they did was this guy and his wife that were selling their home, boat, yacht, to get a land home, Mexico. They were getting schemed on by this dude that used to be a Power Ranger in a fucking movie in the fucking 90s. And he lit this fucking huge scheme. He was going to kill these fucking people, and that's exactly what he did. He killed the people that owned the yacht anchored their bodies down and then committed tax fraud by making them sign like a purchase agreement. And they did. They got their signatures, which is totally fucked up. They had his wife on it, and like she set up a tax fraud scheme that like made them sign this fucking ownership to them legally. And to keep their mouths shut, they committed the ultimate sin and they killed him. And they put their bodies down on an anchor. And then those people were just living their lives out on the water. And they got away for it. They got away from the situation for a long time. And they were finally caught. And the old Power Ranger and his wife ended up doing prison time. As they should. Oh, yeah. I'm tired, man. I'm also done talking. So, Bird Earth Podcast, episode something or another. Later.